Today I did back and by. I did 3 sets of 10 of lat pull down, 3 sets of 10 of lat pulls, rear delt exercises, 3 sets of 10, and then I did deadlift. Yes, and for biceps I did curls, and then I did preacher curls, and 3 sets of 10 for both of those. And basically it was a slow workout, and I used glycolysis mostly, basically just create ATP, which then goes to the Krebs cycle. That whole process releases NADH and FADH, which goes into the ETC. So, and basically at the end makes hydrogen to combine with oxygen to make water. But yeah. For working out today, I did chest and tri. I did 4 sets of 10 on bench, 4 sets of 10 on incline dumbbell, and then I did chest flies, 3 sets of 8, I think, and then finished it out with triceps, and I did tricep pull downs, 3 sets of 10, skull crushers, 3 sets of 10, and finished it out with dips. And I really felt my aerobic system, and I felt at the end when I was needing more energy, lactate getting pushed and getting, that's how more energy came on by pyruvate and going to my lactate system, and just kept producing energy, fast energy that I needed right away. Today I did squats. I went for a PR, so I squatted heavy and did less reps. And so I probably did 225 for 5, and then I did 275 for 3, and then I went for 315 for 1. In doing that, I believe I used PCR, really just using quick energy, and then waited, and then probably 2 to 3 minutes, and then did the next reps. And then after that, I just finished it out with leg extensions, 4 sets of 10, and then I did leg curls for 4 sets of 10. That one was a little bit easier. I think I just showed out and used glycolysis. And that's about it. And then I did a little bit of a jog after. So that was very slow energy. So I just went through the whole cycle of Krebs cycle and ETC. So yeah. Today I did chest and triceps. I did a lot of bench, 4 sets of 10, and then I did chest flies, 4 sets of 10, and then also did incline dumbbell. How this connects to class is the amount of blood I needed more blood, so I used the equation for Q equals HR times stroke volume. Q equaling cardiac output, the amount of blood I needed for this to happen. So heart rate, you have the sympathetic and the parasympathetic system. I used the sympathetic system, which is my accelerator nerve and EPSP. And then stroke volume was the preload, afterload, and contractibility. Preload being the amount of blood I can push through my left ventricle, and then afterload being the back pressure of the aorta, and then the contractibility was force the contraction. Anyways, for the amount of blood I pushed through, my heart rate went up, and then the amount of blood I needed through stroke volume increased also. So for the cardiac output increased and more blood went through because I needed it during the workout, and that's it. Today I did back and biceps. For back, I did lat pulls, lat pull downs. I did rows, and those were all 4 sets of 10. I did rear delts, and then for biceps, I did preacher curls, and I did hammer curls, and then a few other bicep workouts. About 3 to 4 sets of 10. And how this goes with our class is that it's for contained to the contraction. It's when the muscles actually have a signal of depolarization of EPSP. And we go over the wheel diagram where the depolarization goes into the T-tubule, goes into the sarcomere. Sarcomere releases calcium. The calcium then goes down and binds to troponin, which opens up for the tropomyosin to grab on to the myosin that can grab on to the actin, and actin works as a rope and pulls about 50%, and then once ATP binds to the myosin head, it then the head pulls all the way, pulls the head, releases, and then resets. And that's how it kind of ends. Today I played ultimate frisbee, so I would count that as a workout as a run. How it relates to the class is what my body went through during that time. For running for a long period of time, I increased intensity with my carbs, and then my fats decreased when my intensity went up. And so the number one thing I ran through was carbs, which is the number one athletes go through, and the number one problem of fatiguing is running out of carbohydrates. And then during the workout I went through glycolysis, but eventually ETC was going too slow, and so my body needed more energy and more ATP to be created, and so with that pyruvate it went towards the lactate to the Cori cycle, and it went all through there, all that's glycolysis, and kept energy going and going and going. And that's how I used it. So basically, I ran today a long period of time, used all my carbohydrates, and then went through my lactate to go keep ATP going with pyruvate. Oh, today I did chest and triceps. I did the basic same thing, which was bench press, 4 sets of 10, incline bench, incline bench, and then I did chest flies, and then I did triceps, which I did dips, and then tricep pull downs. Basically, how it goes with the class, I'm gonna go with when the muscle is being signaled. So it gets signaled from dendrites to go to the skeletal muscle, and how that works is it gets received by the dendrites, goes to the cell body through the axon to the axon cleft, and then releases neurotransmitters to the muscle to activate and start doing the contraction, all that stuff. The technical terms is for like the numbers wise, it gets to negative 70 voltage, gets to the end, sodium leaks and then shoots up when it hits negative 40, shoots up, and then the sodium channel gate opens, and then right when it gets to the threshold at positive 55, the sodium gate channel closes and potassium channel opens and goes down into the resting period, which is where the sodium potassium gate goes off and on, 3 and 2 out of the cell and into the cell, until it can finally reset and go off again. Today I did back and biceps. Typical workout, just lat pull downs, lat pulls, 4 sets of 10 on each of those. And then I did bench rows, and I did 4 sets of 10 on that one. And that I really just used like glycolysis. It was a really fluid workout, not much of a like PCR kind of deal. It was kind of a use my workout, except for, I would say, our rows. Rows, I used a lot of probably PCR on my last 2 reps, probably my heavy set reps of like low sets, but yeah, or like high sets of weight but low reps. And then I did, I would think I would just use like glycolysis. I really just, went through the whole cycle of that, and then my pyruvate went probably to Krebs cycle, because I really didn't need the energy fasting going like that. Again, it was really a slow workout. Went through the Krebs cycle, ended up getting ATP from glycolysis, and then NADH and FADH from Krebs, going to the ETC, making about 2.5 NADH ATP, and then 1.5 from FADH ATP. And then once the hydrogen came down from the ETC, it went combined with oxygen and made metabolic water. So today I did legs. I was very not like PR day. It was more just regular leg day. I did medium level workout of squatting. I did probably 4 sets of 10. I went from about warm up 135, then 225, then I went to 275, and then free, and then not free. I just stay at 275 for the last set, and then I did a lot of leg press and leg extensions. And how it relates to the class is just the muscles recognizing, my mind recognizing I need contraction, so it depolarized into neurons down to show the EPSP, the excitatory postsynaptic potential, and I use that, and then for the when I'm working out, I use pH, so I went through a rightward shift of creating pH of acid, and then after the workout, on the oxidative, whatever it's called, it went back to leftward to get back to normal. Today, I did more of a cardio workout, and I did a 8 to 10 laps around the courts in the rec center. I sprinted the straights, walked around, and I did that a lot, getting ready for, I play ultimate frisbee club in the summer, so I'm getting ready for that, getting ready for the sprints. And so how it relates to the class is my VO2 max, which is the maximal of oxygen that can be uptaken and consumed. And so average is for my VO2 max, just being regular, is 35 to 40 milliliters per minute. While I was running, I would say got up to 80, 85 milliliters per minute, and just I didn't really got to the lactate threshold, and I did not use. That's when I stopped using lactate, or I kept using lactate, but it was mostly just the VO2 max. Kept running, and I was using my carbs, which is what burnt and what ran out and what caused fatiguing. So.